Yeah, the record button. That's the important part. Alright, so previously on Khorzaire, the Curse of Life. Welcome back to Tabletops. Welcome.
Good to be back.
Yeah, big break. But with all of that role-playing energy, let's return to the desert. So, in the desert, Chuman, Makayla, Pastiche, Twig, and Xalia conducted their exam to be issued library cards. These cards, proof of their intent to learn and seek answers, would allow them to access zones of Zozo academies that are either escort only, or they hold more dangerous information, both literally and figuratively. Passing the exam, proctored by Raikel, you pulled a raven out of a hat. The same raven that you had worked with a couple times ago. This bird turned out to be the Merchant King of Durlesk, Alma Sonoma. Having a chat with the bird about the state of affairs within Khorzaire and exchanging details, you also hooked him on accompanying you through the dustier halls of Zozo Academy so that you might reach the skies above, where a pyre lay dormant, begging for your heat. Agreeing for tomorrow for the meetup, everyone left to have dinner with Mizev Monaco, and there was a silent agreement between Pastiche and Twig to steal back a painting. Xalia, however, stood behind to continue chatting with the golden-bloomed raven and have a little study session. At Monaco Manor, you stepped inside and immediately had a harrowing experience where you were pushed towards a bottomless pit filled with spikes. Learning it was a mere trick, and it was in fact solid ground, Pastiche went and picked up the envelope in the middle to read the missive that was there. In this letter that began reading itself aloud, you all heard Pastiche loudly accused of deceiving a merchant prince. Nonetheless, you remained invited and guided by an unseen butler named Shoes, who they led you toward the west stairwell. You can hear the soft footpads ahead of you, Pastiche, Makayla behind them, and with Twig in Chuman's arms, you can see a few doors in this corridor to your left, and an open room with a fireplace to your right. Ahead of you is the stairwell at the end of the hall. It's got like a little kind of like old-timey elevator clasped barred door. That's at the end of the hall. What would you like to do?
I think Pastiche would be very carefully tiptoeing into the next room.
Just following Pastiche. Sorry, Andy.
Careful. Careful or cover.
Definitely knowing.
Okay. So this invisible voice over here, at the end of the hall, like trying this elevator door, they kind of like the voice kind of grunts like, and you hear the door being tried, just it doesn't open, and it kind of there's a pause, and then you hear, "Sylvain was here earlier. He must have locked it back behind him when he left. We'll need the key."
We'll be waiting here while you grab it.
Pastiche, you hear like footpads past you, just pop, pop, pop. You hear the follow-up. "It is in the piano parlor across the hall. Come, come."
Do you need our help?
"It is too high for me to reach." Freyan always puts it on top. He thinks it's funny. I do not.
If you insist.
Makayla, Chuman, and Twig, you hear just like little pop, pop, plop, plop footpads past you as well.
Mm-hmm. Does this require all of our help?
I do not know. How tall are you all put together? You all look very tall.
Well,
However high it is, I shouldn't
Right,
require
having
assistance
issue.
reaching it.
Ryan has issue.
Oh.
Rye has issue? You hear no audio. Are you able to hear us?
Okay.
But there's no... You don't hear the music then? Let me preload this again. I have stopped the music. Stop the music! And I have restarted the music. You'll hear it in a few moments, maybe.
I can hear it now.
Okay, I'm good.
Yay!
Nice.
Not sure what happened there.
It seems you all are very adept at overcoming technical issues. You'll need that. Come in this way.
Twig.
Any chance you've seen where this butler went?
no, I think they're keeping themselves invisible. Think they went this way?
The footpads go across the big bottomless pit that you're all standing on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Makayla, you are able to probably determine where... Oh, I keep clicking on the vulture. Probably, with your passive perception, you're able to determine that they went back towards the entrance. Everyone else, they kind of get echoed around.
Do I see like which door they opened?
You can see that the door very close to the now moved wall. As you try like a side door, it's locked. You can see another door further out, like, and you hear it out of your left ear.
Sure.
The doorknob being jiggled and it opens with a creak.
This over here, I think.
So we're going back that way. I see.
Do you need another help?
Twig just doesn't say anything, but nods a little bit.
There's floor. You
I know,
okay?
but you know.
Chuman just picks him up. Away we go then.
Kind of very softly, as an aside to Pastiche, I would say, do you have any idea where this painting you're trying to get even is?
Not exactly, no.
And then I suppose it can't hurt looking at any rooms we go through.
Yes, of course. I'll keep an eye out.
Oh, still locked.
As you cross the hall, the crimson carpet that was on the floor originally, now of course just endless bottomless pit. The curtains and everything still still adorning the walls. The painting at the very far end, its eyes seem to follow you, as paintings do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. And the door opens. You hear some footpads ahead. Come, the piano parlor.
Shrug.
The door is slightly ajar.
Looks in.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Yeah, just like a general, like, what's gonna happen to us when we walk in here? 14.
A 14. Okay, so Makayla, you peek in here, and this room, it immediately flanks you with suits of armor at the door. Suits of armor and bookshelves. You look around, there's various seats against the walls, along with some potted plants featuring some foreign plants. At the far end is a slightly raised platform with a piano on it. There's a large painting on the north wall, and there's several doors on the southern wall. In the center are two evenly spaced chandeliers, and the floor appears wooden, but the sound when your butler walks on suggests it's actually made of glass. A 14 also lets you see your reflection at the far end of the room, peeking around a door.
Like move back, move forward. It's like still
doing
the same motion.
Yeah,
like,
reflection, it follows you perfectly.
Huh. Odd. Is that a mirror?
And as you step in, they step in as well. They look just as confused as you do.
Is it just me? Or is it now like Pastiche?
Yeah, as everyone steps in, there's now a Pastiche there. It looks like the room may be some kind of symmetrical or whatever. Yep, and then you can see a Chuman come in, and you can see a Twig come in. Yeah, so you're mirrored.
Is there a solid floor?
The floor appeared. The floor is interesting. Go and roll like perception or investigation, whichever one you choose. Like depending on the level of your inspection. At first glance, it looks like it's made out of planks of wood.
Said perception
or investigation.
Could Twig help with this because he's also paying very close attention to the floor?
That makes sense. Yeah, go for it. Roll with advantage, Chuman. That advantage helps. 13. So yeah, Chuman, you get down holding Twig, and you kind of like both Twig in your arms, kind of like contorts himself and looks down at the wood, and you both check it out. Indeed, it's planks of not wood. It's planks of glass. So the floor is made out of glass material, but it is painted or stained to make it appear wooden. So it's opaque, like you can't see through it, or if you could, it's like heavily translucent, and then the visibility beyond like a few inches is gone.
Okay.
While they're examining that, Pastiche is going to do a quick scan of the room, and then move towards that painting to the north.
Okay.
And like comically examine it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception if you're actually scanning the room, like if that's a thing that you're doing, or if that's just like.
Yeah. We'll roll for that.
And with that, Chuman's gonna put a Twig down. There we go.
Okay. Pastiche, as you look around, there is a glint, like a little that catches the corner of your eye, the very corner of your eye as you move past Makayla. And also the other you moves past Makayla as you're mirrored. There is a little kind of like crystal embedded in the wall as if it were a torch. It's like this little blue, sky blue crystal. It kind of like glints in the in the light from the chandeliers. But that's just the only thing that is out of the ordinary aside from your your mirror images walking up towards you and comically examining the painting to the north. The painting, however, you also got a 20, and your discerning eye. This is a painting of a window. It's a painting of a window hung on the wall. It is a 4-pane window. It is slightly open on the right pane, and it looks like it looks out into a courtyard. The courtyard is featuring a very large fountain with crisp, clear water pouring, like jutting up from the middle and then pouring out in this umbrella toward the rest of the fountain where it collects into a basin. There's some lovely bushes, green, luscious bushes with pink, lovely butterfly-shaped flowers. There's like a couple petals that are in the air as garnish for the painting. And at your 20 perception also gives you like another like a deeper look into the painting. On the other side of the courtyard, there is another small window painted into the scene. So like it's past the fountain.
After staring at it for a bit, closing one eye, holding the thumb out, focusing and defocusing, Pastiche is just going to run a finger like across the painting surface.
Okay. It instead of canvas, it feels like glass. It's this hard, smooth material.
Okay.
Anybody remember where that butler went?
Oh, and we'll get your 20 will also let you into that. As you run your claw across it, as this hard, smooth, glassy-like material in the painting, there's like a very the slightest of slights that only your your roll of 20 perception will allow you to see. There's like this slight ripple that like kind of ebbs out from your claw, and then it's almost imperceptible.
You all went dead silent for a few seconds as Bug was excitedly telling me about his Borderlands monkey, and I was worried that I just didn't mute.
Can I? I didn't mean to.
As everybody is moving around, of course,
Yeah.
you're mirrored in this room, so there's so your reflections also move and assume the same things that you're doing.
To like, I'm like, Makayla's looking cautiously at the reflection, looking cautiously at her, and to test something, she's going to walk up and like just see if she can like touch, like put a hand on the shoulder of this image, of this reflection.
Okay.
If it's real or just an illusion.
Okay, so you walk up and you reach out your, we'll say your right hand, and you touch.
Let's pulse this down.
You touch the shoulder of your mirror image. It's a briefly unusual sensation where you expect to maybe touch a hard surface in glass, like that prevents like some form of like wall that prevents you to from moving your hand forward. But no, you touch the shoulder, and you rest your hand on the shoulder of your mirror image, Makayla. And it does the same to you.
It's physically there. Like my hand does not like pass through it.
Correct.
Oh.
And also your mirror image physically places its hand on yours. Its hand on your shoulder, and you feel this. You are touching yourself. Twice.
Weird.
And it also
Makayla would like legitimately sort of like hop back in shock of it actually being like a physical operation.
Okay. Just like a reflection, it hops back in shock.
Oh, that is not an illusion. Or I suppose it still could be, but at least one that feels real.
That is not an illusion, or at least when it feels real.
Did you just...
Did you just...
Is this like happening at the same time as we speak, or is it like a delayed? Yes. Okay.
Well, roll perception for me.
Okay.
Chuman, as you mentioned, where did that butler go? You hear just like a little timid voice behind you, like in the corner. Just the key is in the piano. Duh. It's a rectangle with a ridge on top of it. And yeah, it's happening. Like as soon as you guys start talking, yeah, it also begins talking because it's your reflection.
Okay.
Was everybody able to hear the voice, or just me?
Probably not Pastiche, but you three.
Okay.
Voice comes from your like if you're Chuman, if you're facing the center, it comes from behind you and to the right.
Piano.
From the chair.
This is a bit disquieting.
This is a bit disquieting.
I imagine you can't just walk through if you're able to touch your image.
I imagine you just can't walk through if you're able to touch your image.
Pastiche, do you mind teleporting over to the piano?
Pastiche, do you mind teleporting over to the piano?
Just a moment.
Just a moment.
Pastiche is going to then, like, press into the painting with a claw.
Okay.
Just, like, slowly increasing their pressure.
Okay. You do manage to depress this paint, this glass texture a bit, and it resists, but does give way under your force a bit. So like you've got like a couple claw prints, or like claws embedded in this painting for a moment. It's kind of like pushing on like memory foam.
I haven't heard our escort in a while. Are they still with us?
I haven't heard our escort in a while. Are they still with us?
Chuman takes a seat in the chair and then just points next to him.
The other Chuman also points next to him. Pastiche, also your mirror image also touches the painting and does the same thing you do. Like everything you guys are doing is mirrored by your reflection because it's your reflection. It's how mirrors work.
Yeah. I bring my spectral vulture in. Is that reflected?
No.
My mage hand. Oh. Interesting.
The butler, Shoes pipes up at being addressed, and they have something to say. They say, "Oh, is this your first time inside the manse? You may not be familiar with this room. Forgive me. If you need some pain pills, they're in the cabinet in the sitting room, which is down the hall and to the right where we came from. We should, since you're first-timers, we should also conscript my associate Bartholomew as well. He's much more efficient at guiding visitors along the second floor and avoiding mishaps than I am. I'm an expert on the first floor, this one."
Pain pills?
Pain pills.
Mishaps?
Pills for pains. Like what you're experiencing here. Mishaps are designed to keep unscrupulous individuals at bay. Those uninvited.
But we are invited.
And thus, you have not fallen victim to any troubles. Truly a benevolent thing. Otherwise, you might have been reduced to any number of raw materials. Ash, charcoal, pigments.
There's no echo that coming from the butler, is it?
No. It's just as if someone was right next to you talking. Oh, and yeah, there's no there's no echo from the other side of the room, if that's what you're asking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twig is gonna move to the side of the room and like watch his reflection to make sure that it copies him.
It absolutely does. The reflection Twig moves to the side of the room, stands next to Chuman, and cautiously looks at you.
When it does, Twig's gonna try to reach behind him and try to get the reflection to like hit a few keys on the piano.
Okay. Sure. You move behind. You move your wing and talons behind you, and try to using the reflection as a guide as it is standing next to the piano. It does like some kind of like weird contortion and does bang a couple keys on the piano. You get a brr, brr, brr. And there's like a brr, brr. At the end. The brr, brr is after you stop hitting in quotes.
Add a little flourish.
Yeah.
Well, I send my Spectral Vulture over the piano to try and find where this. I assume I can't like see a key from where I'm standing, so.
No, unfortunately not. So yeah, you send your Spectral Vulture, and it looks around. It is a Spectral Vulture. I think this is your mage hand.
Yeah, it's just a mage hand,
Okay,
so
yeah,
it's just kind of like
it's a
feeling
vulture.
around.
Yeah, it looks around. It's a bird. It like does this little talon thing. It goes.
Like pecks, you know.
It
like...
pecks on the keys. You get. Bow, bow. Then there's like a little ting ting as it pecks at other keys on the opposite end, and just kind of like flops and hops about on the piano.
Where did you say this key was exactly?
It's in the piano, on top of the rivets, the hammers.
I see. I move my mage hand into the piano itself and just have it like feel around until it finds a key.
Okay, you find many keys. It's a piano.
A door key.
Okay. I'm not sure if you can give your mage hand a command like that.
It's not really. I guess it's just like looking for something to grab.
Okay. There's lots of like little bits and like shafts and like planks and things to grab inside of a piano. roll a D, roll a D100.
While that's happening, Chuman's gonna step up and just like, well, I guess he didn't see Makayla do it, but he's gonna put his hand out and see if it's the same hand or the opposite hand.
It is the same hand. Let's see, Makayla, your your Spectral Vulture pulls out like a like a piece of torn cloth. It looks like it's got like a little insignia on it, but it does not pull out a key.
That doesn't seem right. Sends it back in. Like just keeps like trying to just pull things out until it finds, you know, it's like they're reaching into like the space in a car between the seat and like or like behind a couch or something, and you're just trying to pull whatever you can get.
Okay, just like a bird.
You can't see anything.
Just like a bird, like picking things up and like throwing them everywhere. The Spectral Vulture like begins like plucking things out. While this is going on, what's everyone else doing? Because that's like over the course of time.
Sure.
I think this whole time Pastiche has just kind of had a hand resting on this painting, this glass window, and at some point they're going to like relax a bit and push their body weight into it.
Okay, make a strength check.
Oh, you got it.
You can feel it give, and like it's as if you're pushing into this super spongy material, like memory foam or like this gelatinous substance. It gets easier a little bit more as you push forward. Like there's the initial resistance to kind of like break the seal, and then as you push more towards, you get deeper into the jello mold. But there's just some kind of force holding you back. You grunt, and so does your reflection. Grunt. It tenses just as you tense. But unfortunately, the two of you cannot do something other than deform this painting. You feel like there's something strange about this and something to it, but not quite able to do it on your own, or on your owns.
I think Chuman is going to kind of push against his mirror image. Kind of just see if he can like force his way past it.
Okay, so you're trying to push them out of the way, or or you just like testing to see if they resist.
It starts off as that, and then it ends up as the trying to push out the way.
Okay. So as you push on your mirror image, it also pushes on you. So go ahead and roll athletics. Yikes.
I want the keys.
Your mirror image pushes back on you, and as you push back into it, it actually kind of succeeds, and it pushes you further than you push it, and you both are blasted back a couple feet. Well, not blasted, but like shoved back a couple feet. You're stumbling a little bit. The mirror image also stumbles a little bit, and as you right yourself, it also rights itself.
Yeah, I think probably over the course of the time, Chuman is just gonna try to keep doing it, just to see how long it takes before he gives.
Okay, Makayla, will you roll me a D100?
36.
Your Spectral Vulture pulls out a pair of glasses out of this piano. Some bifocals. They are square rimmed. You hear in the from the corner where Twig is. Oh, those are mine.
Do you want them?
Yes, please.
Flies it back to where I think this butler is.
Thank you very much. I can see much easier now.
Do the glasses just like disappear?
The glasses are now floating in the air.
Well, at least makes it easier for us to locate you. And then it flies back. It's in there somewhere.
All right. So Chuman, as you push again, as you push and shove your reflection, give me another athletics check.
Yeah, I'm not reading that.
It somehow your strength is mirrored, double in fact. So there's some kind of like weird feedback where you pushing your reflection creates some kind of dissonance, and it's like some kind of a you don't know your own strength phenomenon, and you are pushed back much further than you push your mirror image back. So you stumble back behind Kayla. You're on the floor. You get sent to your bottom. The reflection is standing, but then realizing that like there's like this brief flash of countenance on it, and then it also topples back noticeably later after you do.
Did any of you guys just see that?
Did any of you guys just see that?
What exactly are you doing, Chuman?
What exactly are you doing, Chuman?
Oh, to put it bluntly, strength contest, but seems like it. I first believed that it was a mirror image, but definitely did not act as a mirror image this time.
Well,
Pushed me back much farther than before.
to put it bluntly, strength contest. First I thought it was a mirror image, but seemed to push me back a little bit further this time.
As he's going to take a step toward the reflection.
The reflection takes a step towards you.
So what you're saying is...
So what you're saying is...
Pastiche leans in, looks into the reflection's eyes.
The other Pastiche leans in, looks into the reflection's eyes.
Is that it may not be an exact reflection.
Is that it may not be an exact reflection.
Well, it cannot seem to copy my little spectral vulture, so it's not one-to-one completely.
It cannot seem to copy my spectral vulture, so it may not be a one-to-one completely. Roll a d100, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
While this is happening, Chuman's gonna stick his hands out, and then as he grabs the mirror image hands, try to turn the image as he turns to the side, kind of like that way while he's on the other side.
Okay. Make a grapple check.
Strength check, correct?
Athletics.
Grapple? Athletics?
Let's see, Makayla, from the piano, your spectral vulture pulls out a looks like a bike horn. It's this little like bronze bronze horn with a mahogany colored ball. The Spectral Vulture gives it a honk. Honk?
Yeah. Gives it a honk and then just like tosses it aside.
Yep, tosses it.
17.
17. Your reflection, Chuman, when you go to grasp a hand, it also grasps yours. And when you go to turn and rotate yourselves, there's a slight bit of resistance where it seems to be rotating rotating against you in the opposite direction. And unfortunately, it seems to match your strength, and you both stay there unrotated.
I'm gonna bless up. Does the reflection also?
Yes.
Okay. I want to clash staffs
Yes, it does.
with my reflection.
Okay. Alright, make an attack roll.
Okay. Specifically, not actually trying to hit it, but like, if it is a reflection, they'll strike each other at the same spot.
Okay, yeah. As you call upon the blessing of Ait and move your staff towards the reflection does the same. It procures your same motions, and then whack! Your staffs clash with the echoing sound of wood upon wood. Bong!
Okay.
As the four of you now square off against the four of you.
I deactivate the blessing.
Okay. The mirror Makayla also deactivates the blessing.
I'm also I'm gonna turn off, like, dissipate my vulture and try and reapparate it near me.
Roll me one more D100.
Sure. Oops, that's not a... No!
Oops.
There we go. 27.
27. There is a... you hear like a twang, like a... the vulture doesn't procure anything.
Oh no. But yeah, I deactivate it, dissipate it, and then summon it back up again.
Alright. Vulture goes poof, and Makayla in the mirror does the motions, but there's no vulture. In the corner you hear Shoes. No, really. Maybe you should get the pain pills. You all seem to be struggling. It's in the sitting room. I get them for you, but they're also too high for me. I'm very embarrassed about it. They always put them on top of the cabinet. Why don't you put them in the cabinet? Your staff can get it.
Does he never want you to get anything?
Well, it's not my place to presume the intentions of the master. It's all that Vrayan's fault. He keeps moving stuff. I think he likes antagonizing the staff here.
I don't think our reflections can cast any magic.
What'd you say, Makayla?
I said, I don't think our reflections can actually cast any magic.
I don't think our reflections can actually cast any magic.
That may be true. I would prefer to not attempt mine.
Well, that may be true. I prefer not to attempt mine.
Pastiche is going to turn towards our butler and ask, the sitting room, you said? For the pain pills?
The pain pills are in the sitting room, where there are lots of seats.
Down the hall?
And to the right.
Pastiche is going to hold their hands together, pull them apart, take out a small ball, give it to Makayla. Hold on to this.
Okay.
If it disappears, come find me.
Okay.
And then walk out of the room.
What did you just hand me?
Gave you a ball.
Chuman across his arms as he leaves.
Mirror Pastiche puts their hands together and produces nothing, but does the handing off motion to Mirror Makayla, and then Mirror Makayla, if Mirror Pastiche says, "If this disappears," then Makayla says, "What did you hand me?" Pastiche walks out of the room.
And they're just gonna head down the hall.
And Mirror Pastiche is just gonna head down the hall. So Pastiche, yeah, you walk down the bottomless pit, with the spikes and everything, and you head back down the corridor where Shoes the butler mentioned, and then you turn right. There's an open door. There is plenty of seats. On top of it, like a rug of some animal. Looks like a bear from your current position. It's illuminated in the fireplace. There's a candelabra sitting on a table with a couple seats to the left. As you walk in, there's some light hors d'oeuvres. To your right, there are many mounts of taxidermied animals. There's a couple shelves. There's an L desk to your right. There are many cushions. There's many seats. There's a love seat, little duo cushion action. They're all on top of this little bear rug. On the opposite side is a fireplace that is gently pulsing with light. To its right is like a little shelf. Has like a glass display case with something in it, and all around, on every piece of flat surface, so on the shelves, on the tables, on the ground, are works of art, vases, urns, statues, little mini statues of various different things. It looks like they've been collected from all over and placed in this room for display. At the far end of the room is a door that's closed. There's some foreign plants in here too. Like there's a lot of things going on. And also at the far left, past the candelabra, there's like a little small kind of little picture frame.
I think while Chuman is waiting, he's just gonna continue pushing against the mirror image.
Okay. Roll another grapple check or shove, I guess. So same thing, athletics. Ooh, 24.
Hold on.
Can't lose against me.
As you push on your mirror image,
Oh my god.
it matches your strength and just shoves back against you. There's these two. You guys watch as these two Chumans grunting with exertion, trying to push each other back as if they were sumo wrestlers. These two Rishiki in the middle, just grunting and shoving at each other, trying to get past or gain ground, but neither are able to budge. They clash with the force of titans, electricity going everywhere.
Does it seem stronger than you, Chuman?
Does it seem stronger than you, Chuman?
Slightly.
Slightly.
But for the most part, it feels evenly matched.
But for the most part, it feels evenly matched.
Makayla starts to cast web. Can I make it smaller than the 20 by 20 feet? Or like...
No, you cannot. It just fills a 20-foot cube. You can't modify size.
Okay, that's... workable. It just like webs the ground.
Yeah, Chuman doesn't know what's going on. He's still pushing.
Beneath all of the reflections.
Okay. Sure. Your mirror image also goes through the motions of conjuring up your webbing spell and beseeches the natural spiders of the realm and cast forth their spectral entanglement. Nothing happens.
Okay. I move. I move. Can the reflection move to the web?
We'll find out. Hang on. Just a regular dexterity. Wait, is it dexterity first or strength first? Strength second, if you're trying to break it.
Yeah.
Wait, how does that work while I'm pushing against my own mirror image?
We'll find out.
Not good enough.
Your reflection does not follow you as it's tangled up in webs. And it doesn't like this very much. It scowls and makes like angry Makayla yelling noises. These horrid, like angry Makayla noises that you have not quite heard yet. Because Makayla's never been angry yet, but this one is mad. It's seething. It's just angry, like Chuman across, like behind the Chuman you're tussling with. You can see like this livid, like face contorted in pure anger. Makayla just scowling.
Sorry about this, but I do need to get by.
But it does maintain enough composure too. Sorry about this, but I do need to get by.
Consume a use of riding tide and just like start floating the web to pass by.
That's cool. I need you to roll initiative.
Where? Where am I? Where should I?
For all of us.
Stop.
From where you from where you were, like right here or something?
Okay.
Right here?
That's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Is it all of us?
All of you guys, including Pastiche / Andy over in the sitting room.
You got it.
Man, I love tabletop games.
Man, I'm just trying to have a nice pushing contest. That's it.
Yeah, just trying to push. What gives, Makayla?
Sorry, you're trying to get a key.
Oh, I forgot to change the music a long time ago, but this is fine. This is the battle music now.
Shenanigans.
Let's see. Twig! Congratulations.
Uh-huh.
I think it's very funny that the mirrors are mirroring your initiative for the most part.
These rolls have been quite
to a T, man. Can't mess with the
fun.
images.
Alright, Twig. Makayla has casted a spectral web tying down and entangling most of the opposite area in this room, in this reflection room question mark. The Chumans are grappling with each other, and your own reflection is just watching, as you are. What would you like to do?
Are the reflections, like, visibly hostile to us?
At least one is. One is mad.
Is that
The
Makayla's?
Makayla one hates you.
I can't believe they would hate us. We didn't do anything.
Yeah, what did we do?
Oh, and we'll say that the Chumans are both grappled by each other.
I think.
And this Makayla is restrained.
Twig is gonna try to cast Cloud of Daggers on where the Makayla reflection is.
Okay. You see your mirror reflection also go through the motions. No daggers fly out of your reflection, but you sure do create a cloud of ouchy pointy things on the snarling reflection, Makayla. Sure, cool. Let's see. It doesn't do any damage when you cast it, so we'll see what happens when upon the proceeding turns.
And then, watching his reflection, Twig is just gonna carefully take a step back.
Okay.
And see what it does.
Carefully takes a step back.
Is it able to?
Web's weird, so we won't be able to find out if it's restrained.
Okay.
That'll be it for Twig.
Okay. Which brings us to Makayla.
Okay. Yeah. As I said, just kind of floating, walking above the webs. I just kind of walk above and just kind of walk past. Though my walk speed wall is so bad. Just start moving.
Okay. Bloop, 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 bloop. Sure.
I can't. The dash action. Is that only with your your run speed?
No, it's with your speed, and since you gain a fly speed, you can dash to use your fly speed.
Okay. Then yeah, dash. An extra 10.
Okay, cool. You see Makayla lift up on the wings of Spectral Vulture.
They're just kind of she walks on the nothing like these invisible kind of shimmering platforms.
And Makayla just platform walks. They kind of ripple out with each step that Makayla takes, with little bird feathers as she takes a step, and she begins walking towards the other side of the room. Angry Makayla hates you and is going to try to kill you. As you pass Angry Makayla, it snarls out and goes to swipe at you.
It does not hit. Glances off armor.
Oh wait, it's you. So actually, 17.
Isn't it wait, what?
It does a 17 hit you?
No, still no.
As it goes to swipe at you, seems that there's a sort of familiarity in your gait, so it kind of knows where to expect you and goes and swipes at you, but it only grazes against your shiny new armor that you recently got, and you are kept safe from whatever this was going to do to you.
I didn't try to do that.
I didn't try to do that. The situation is getting noticeably more eerie as the reflection tries to break from the web, which is a strength?
Yeah, a strength, I believe.
Yeah, good luck.
Not good enough.
Almost.
So, I have a 16 DC.
Alright, that's this action. You guys watch as Angry Makayla just writhes and grabs and lashes out within this webbing. It is unhappy, throwing a fit. You've never seen Makayla act like this.
Meanwhile, actual Makayla has like a really smug smile on her face. Just looking back with like just smug satisfaction.
Chuman in the center. You are currently wrestling with Chuman in the center. What would you like to do? You see Makayla just fly past, and you see angry Makayla swipe out at her. Oh wait. Sorry. Before you go, Twig, will you roll your Clouded Daggers?
Oh right.
Oh jeez.
It is shredded. It does not. You can see Makayla now, like, she has cracks, not wounds, but cracks forming as if like a hard material has been bent and broken slightly. But she's bleeding from these cracks.
No.
Okay, go ahead, Chuman.
Oh.
He's gonna, upon seeing Makayla kind of like have cracks, he kind of like looks over to where the butler is like, is that supposed to happen?
Your reflection also looks behind him. Is that supposed to happen? Shoes replies, typical, yes. It's part of the room.
Well then, Chuman gets an idea, and he's gonna...
This is why we have pain pills.
He's gonna let go of mirrored Chuman,
Who also
and turn around and then just punch the air.
I love it. Okay, sure. make an attack roll.
Wait.
Make an attack roll using strength and your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So like, click on strength and do do 1d20 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency, and plus 2, but plus an additional 2 because you're a genius.
1d20. And
plus your proficiency bonus, plus your strength modifier, plus an additional 2.
okay.
Alright. So what happened? You know what? Makayla, you feel like a pang of loss, briefly, very briefly, as Chuman turns around, punches the air, and Mirror Chuman turns around and socks Reflection Makayla a good one.
It's a good haymaker too.
Yeah, like even winds it up and then just wham! Angry Reflection Makayla is shattered. Cascades and glass shards.
Oh my goodness!
Explodes with a Makayla shriek. There's like little glass shards that batter against your cloak and armor, Makayla, as just you get blasted with little glass shards. The glass shards just fall on the floor everywhere.
Chuman turns around.
Chuman turns around.
Alright, that was kind of cool.
Alright, that was kind of cool. You can see you can see the muscles of Mirror Chuman kind of bulge.
So that's it for Chuman, I think.
Well done.
Cool.
Which brings us to Pastiche in the sitting room.
Pills. Pastiche is going to scan the room, looking for any like bottles or tablets or anything that might obviously contain pills.
Okay, make a perception check. 14. Yeah, that's good enough to see the... since you were given directions of where these pain pills are on top of the cabinet instead of inside, you can see next to the fireplace, to the north of the room, there is a little kind of labeled glass jar. It is next to a pen, and next to like what looks like an ashtray. It looks like it has a label. The label is short. As you walk over to it, it is clearly labeled pain pills, except it's spelled differently. It's spelled weird. It's spelled P-A-N-E instead of P-A-I-N.
Yes, as I expected. They'll grab the pills, casually start heading back.
Let's see. So you pick up these pills. Before you start heading back, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
You got it.
Okay. The
Should be good enough.
as you pick up the pills and stow them on your person, the bear on the floor suddenly lurches to life and wraps around your leg and wraps around your torso and wraps around your arms and holds you fast and tight together to where you're pinned to yourself, and then just the top of the bear's mouth of the rug goes over your head and it chomps.
Oh,
Dude.
Oh no.
You take 8 smothering damage, 8 bludgeoning damage, as you are wrapped up in a very giant bear rug that was previously on the floor. There's this huge cacophony of furniture moving, just cat falling away from the ground as this bear rug lurches up and grabs you. You are now wearing a bear suit. As the as the bear rug attempts to slowly devour you. And it joins the initiative. That's its attack of opportunity. For the purposes of this, you are restrained, blinded, and you can't breathe. You are suffocating.
Okay. That's cool.
Oh no.
It's
Just
cool.
like a rug
We've been
friend.
here before.
yeah. You have experience.
We'll call it your action to pick up the pills.
Yeah, sure.
Or the bottle containing objects that are ostensibly pills.
I mean, I think if I'm restrained and blinded, that's kind of my turn.
I'm sorry. There's a bear rug. All right. Let's see here. Back in the room, Chuman, Twig, and Makayla, you can kind of hear like this mirthful giggle or chuckle from the floating glasses, like a as mirror image reflection Chuman winds up another haymaker and then swings it forward. Regular Chuman. Oh no!
Oh.
And mirrors his natural 20. You
Oh my
suffer.
Oh my god.
Wait. 22. Suffer 22, not 24. 22 necrotic damage. As you feel the full brunt of your own power, Chuman, as this dense, hard object known as a fist collides with your jaw, and sends you stumbling for a moment, and saps away part of your strength. You lose 2 strength points. Your statistics literally go down on your sheet. It drains your energy and your muscles from you. And you can see it kind of bulk up and flex its muscles above its head. And then seeing you stumbling, it mirrors your stumbling motion.
Rude.
Oh, I need to see if it is webbed.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's see here. Dexterity. Save. These are... Boop, 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 boop.
It makes it, so it's fine.
Okay. Chuman, you're no longer grappled.
Your reflection's kind of cracked.
But your reflection is your reflection is cracked, but also not cracked. It is fresh health, and it's looking great. And then... Yeah. Reflection Twig. Reflection Twig looks at real Twig and does nothing. Actually, no, it casts a spell.
Oh.
You can see Reflection Twig kind of do some wiggling of its talons and pulls out a knife menacingly. Holds it like reverse grip, point down, and then points at Twig after it has performed this incantation. Which brings us to Twig's turn. Twig, you're looking at yourself real fearful, or real fearsome. Oh yeah, and also you guys hear this crash from the other side of the manor as furniture is being moved, things falling down, shelves being knocked over, tables being knocked over.
Can I get a DC 16 dexterity saving throw from Reflection Twig?
Absolutely. Sorry about that.
This is the easiest roll of my Reflections life.
Just don't get in any fist fights with me.
No! My reflection was a wimp.
Holy shit. Yo, reflection's kind of cracked.
I think my Reflection should also get like the +1 birthday bonus.
Correct. Yeah. It was, 25.
I think Twig is just gonna give his Reflection a smirk.
Your Reflection returns your smirk.
And then take a step to the side.
And takes a step to the side.
To see if
and then suffers a bunch of damage. As the daggers cut it to ribbons. Reflection Twig takes a bunch of damage. And you can see these lacerations open in, like chisel away part of Reflection Twig's existence. Not creating cutting, slicing wounds, but cracks and chips in this material, and whatever material that this creature seems to be made out of. And then starts bleeding through the cracks.
That crash we heard was coming from like the direction of the other room, right?
Correct, from the direction that Pastiche went.
I think Twig will like call back. Andy? Are you okay?
Andy? Are you okay? There's no answer.
And
There's extremely no answer.
Yeah, there's a suspicious no answer. Twig will end his turn for now.
Okay. Which brings us to Makayla. Well, Makayla and Chuman, actually. We have defeated the creature between you two. So, group initiative. You hear both Twigs question Andy's health.
Well, I guess these things have proven themselves to be hostile, so I hope you don't mind, Twig. And just
Don't aim for the face.
Don't aim for the face.
Yeah, Chuman's adjusting, kind of like rubbing his face cheek after the punch.
yeah, bring my already buffed up staff down upon Reflection Twig. 11.
An 11, unfortunately, does not hit. As Reflection Twig says, "Don't aim for the face."
I'm rolling terribly.
14 does hit though.
Okay.
As Twig like turns around, like part of that turning around to tell you don't aim for the face is what causes you to barely miss. But then as it pleads for you to not bonk it, you get him squarely and shatter him to pieces.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I do so much damage.
There's twig parts everywhere. It turns into glass shards. As Reflection Twig is defeated.
And then I will step forward one more. And with my last bonus action attack, go and take a swig at Reflection Chuman.
Go for it. Buff Reflection Chuman. The Reflection is noticeably musclier than your own companion.
13.
Does hit.
Oh shit. 11. God.
Shoots.
The fact that like the extra damage is just like always so much more than the damage roll is so funny.
Yeah. Reflection Chuman is it's looking pretty bad as you whack into the side of him. There's this giant stick-shaped dent where it is shards go everywhere. Dang! And then the six.
And then the spectral vulture just flies through.
Yeah, and then the spectral vulture with the extra attack. Tell me how you defeat all of the reflections.
Yeah, the spectral vulture just like comes back and just flies straight through Reflection Chuman's like head as it shatters.
Okay.
It just doesn't stop moving.
Reflection Chuman is left as a statue without a head. Whoosh, as the head explodes into glass shards, pittering the floor everywhere, and then the statue falls back, slams the ground, and breaks into a million pieces. The floor is now littered with glass.
No, that's taken care of. I drop concentration on web.
Twig will drop concentration as well.
By then, Chuman kind of like looks back and notices all the broken pieces. My punch actually hurt.
It looked like it did. You see what it did to mine?
Yeah. I also did something unexpected. I feel different.
I'm liking this place less and less. And I already very much didn't like it. Let's just get this key.
Likewise.
You hear from the corner, mishaps.
I think Twig's gonna go back to the door and call for Andy again. Andy? Are you here?
There is no response. However, it's smothering time.
Please don't.
The giant bear rug squeezes on you, Pastiche, and hugs you tight to yourself. You can feel parts of your body getting really uncomfortable as you suffer 11 tightening damage, and I mean, your bones are breaking.
No.
Your hip your pelvis. That's kind of crunched as your wrists are slamming into it. Your elbow doesn't bend that way. Your entire body screaming out in pain as you are constricted with all the power of a snake, but a bear. Inside this rug. Taxidermy. That thing you gave Makayla, is that a concentration thing or is that just conjuration?
Just conjuration.
Okay. I was wondering whether or not we needed to roll concentration checks. Pastiche inside this bear rug, being chomped and chewed. What would you like to do? You can hear, or you can feel this bear fur course around you. The muffled sounds of furniture around. Are you muted? Suddenly?
Oh, I was.
Okay.
My mic didn't unmute. Just to be clear, I'm suffocating due to a lack of oxygen, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Which
That means my lungs are still functioning right now.
Yeah, your lungs still function, but I need to know your constitution score. Oh, you're smooth. You since while suffocating, just to review the rules of holding your breath, you can for a number of rounds plus 1. Number of rounds of your Constitution modifier plus 1 is how long you can hold your breath.
Okay.
So this is your second round.
Constricted by this rug, unable to see. Pastiche is just going to kind of mutter under their breath. I would like to be anywhere else right now. And then sort of dissipate into an inky mess as they reappear at the front door.
Sure. Yeah, that works. Twig. You watch as Splorch Pastiche arrives in a mass of ink splashing everywhere.
Twig!
With a jar in their hand.
Andy,
Greetings!
are you
I've got the
alright?
pills.
Alright then.
I ran into a little trouble, but Pastiche stretches, snaps a shoulder back into place. I believe I'm alright.
Yes, we had a disagreement with the mirror, but it's all fixed now.
Then you've got the key.
Key?
Well, that is what we went into that room for, yes?
Makayla is looking for the key inside the piano.
Well, we'll have the key in
door key.
Yeah. It's just good to know you're alright.
Yes. You may want to avoid the seating room for now.
Well, if you say so. Come on in.
As Pastiche enters. Pastiche enters.
Oh, not again.
And we'll and you guys are out of combat now.
Makayla, have you found the key?
Looking at it.
Makayla,
Looking for
we
it.
found the key. Yeah, make an investigation check, Makayla.
Okay. Investigation. God, a
There's a
5.
lot of keys in here. It's a piano.
No.
You don't find a door key.
I don't see it in here. Are you sure you left it here? Sort of just yells at the floating glasses across the room.
The floating glasses across the room replying, I didn't leave it there. Servain probably put it there. It's gotta be on top. He always puts it on top.
I look on top.
You look on top of the piano. There's only like the piano. It's open. It's like a grand piano.
Yeah.
On top of the lid, there's nothing there. No, not
Not
there.
seeing it. Okay. Looks at any other location where on top could be.
Makayla, bewildered, continues scouring the piano. What's everyone else doing?
Chuman sitting down on one of the chairs, still rubbing his cheek.
Are you alright, Chuman?
Yes and no. You ever had your own mirror image stalk your face?
Pastiche takes another look across the room. Right,
Right.
what did happen to all of your images?
What did happen to all of your images?
Let's just say your current mirror image is not welcomed right now.
Well, they look alright to me.
Well, they look alright to me.
Anyway, I've got the pills.
I've got the pills.
Shoes. Is there anything we should do with these?
Shoes. Is there anything we should do with these? And Shoes the butler replies, yeah. You could use them on the reflections, but there's only one left. You could use it on the reflection singular, I guess.
Well,
Well, I guess you could also use it on the... Make a persuasion check.
okay.
Well, I guess you could also, you look like you're in some kind of pain. You could probably eat them. They're pain pills.
Well, I read the label. I don't believe it's...
Oh, a smarty around here. Across the room, it's, I read the label. Well, I guess I can't put one over on you on that regard, then. Well, they're pain pills. They work on any pain.
If they're pills... Pastiche starts walking across the room.
Pastiche starts walking across the room.
Pops open the bottle. Would we just...
If they're
feed
pills,
ourselves?
Would we just eat ourselves? You can... Nah, they're special. You can administer those in any way.
Pastiche pulls out a pill, places it on a palm, like turns their arm over and reaches out, and presses the pill into their reflection shoulder.
Crash! It explodes! Violently. And it's gone. Because it is now on the floor. In pieces. Oh, and Take 2 piercing damage. Oh, and so does Chuman.
I see.
You notice there are 7. Appropriate. There are 7 more what can only be described as pills in this jar of pain pills. Shoes comments. That's so exciting. I don't get tired of seeing that. Yeah, they work on
sure
anything.
that
So if you're either in trouble.
I'm sure that explains why you were in the corner.
I'm not trying to get hit by violent shards exploding everywhere, correct? Also, this seat is comfy. It's my seat.
So she brushes some glass out of their clothes. Well, with that taken care of, Makayla, would you like some assistance?
Yeah, she's just like looking. She's not like looking under the piano. Like yeah, I think so. I can't find it anywhere.
Pastiche is going to kind of circle around. Where exactly are these keys? They'll say across the room.
It's on top.
On top of what, exactly?
On top of the piano. It's on the hammer.
Music never was my forte. What is the hammer of a piano?
It's the hammer. What do you mean? It's the hammer of the piano? There's like a gajillion hammers in there.
Shoes.
What? What do you mean you don't understand music? It's basic piano anatomy. Everyone knows what a hammer is. It's the part that slams on the thread that makes
Shoes.
Yes. Hello?
The reflections are gone.
Yeah.
Why don't you join us over here? If you can't reach, then one of us could lift you, and you could get the keys yourself.
Make a persuasion check. No. I'm very comfortable. I've been working all day. My dogs are barking. I'm resting. This is the only kind of rest I get, you see, when the guests assist. Listen, this is really your first time. It's kind of obvious. You're kind of struggling. Maybe we should get Barzlamiel.
Chuman's gonna get up.
We're definitely gonna get Barzlamiel.
And he just walks over to the seat with the floating glasses and picks it. Kind of like grabs the floating glasses.
Make an athletics check. Dang. Right, hey, what are you doing? No, unhand me. You can feel that you've picked up something. There's some weight in your hands, and it's struggling, squirming, trying to get out of your grasp. The glasses are going everywhere, as ostensibly this creature's face is like just looking everywhere. It's flailing in your grasp. No, put me down. Unhand the shoes.
Chuman just walks over.
Stop! This is uncouth.
Which hammer? Shoes.
Ruffians. Make a persuasion check with advantage. You gotta put me down if I tell you. Unhand me, villain!
You can say it right here.
It's
I
right
have
there.
doubts that you would tell us if I put you down.
It's right there.
Shoes, you're invisible.
That's not my problem, is it? I'm pointing right at it. It's right there. Obvious. See, clear as day. I can see it from here.
Makayla, could you scoot over, please?
Yeah, of course.
Should be able to grab it now, shouldn't you, Shoes?
No, the piano lid's blocked. Look, there's something. Clearly, we have a disconnection. You have moved me
said it's the
further
hammer.
away from the hammer.
Is it closer now?
Yes. It's right there. You can get it. Do you not see it? Do I have to like?
I would prefer if the one that is the butler of this mansion grabs it. After all, we have to follow you, do we not?
Well, I'm currently being manhandled by a guest.
I believe you are being sent on a little ride. Wouldn't say manhandled.
I don't like being picked up. Also, I can't reach it. You'll have to get it.
Pastiche is going to like reach over Chuman's shoulder. Here, Shoes. If I place my arm out like this, can you use yours to guide me?
That's a little weird. But sure.
Yes.
You're covered in glass.
Yes, well, you didn't warn me.
Choose the direction.
You might be right. All right. You feel. So Pastiche, you move your arm out, and you feel that just this little hand just grab your bicep. And Makayla and Twig and Chuman and Pastiche, well, the four of you watch as Pastiche's hand is guided in the piano, where the lid is open. There are like lots of like lines and planks and structures inside the piano, and Pastiche, your clawed hand is guided towards a topmost section of like if you were to describe it as the ceiling of a room of the Raptors, where and it's above all of these ivory clubs inside the piano, where these clubs bang on the parts of the piano that actually produce the music when you depress the keys on the other side. On top of these is not a typical door key, but there is a piano key. It looks like an extra. It is it is ivory color and it has like a little ridge towards one side, and it flattens and smooths out.
Pastiche is just gonna kind of tap at it with a claw. This, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's the key.
Thank you. They'll grab it, pull their arm away a little bit forcefully.
Okay.
It wasn't so hard, was it?
You feel the hand like release you, and yeah, that was easy.
Then Chuman puts down Shoes.
When you put him down, you hear like the slight release of air, just like, and you just hear like as it pads around. Yeah, let me go. All right.
That wasn't so hard.
I don't know. You guys look like you were struggling a lot. Yeah. We're gonna need Barzlamiel. Otherwise, it's obvious that you're gonna struggle even harder on the second floor, so that we avoid the mishaps. He's across the he's across the courtyard.
I'm
Is there
sorry.
anything we be expecting?
let's see. No, he's. I think he's in the conference room right now. I don't think. Oh, there's certainly nothing. There's certainly nothing like what you encountered here.
Are you sure?
I mean, you can expect him.
As soon as she says courtyard, Pastiche is going to start making their way back toward that painting they were looking at earlier.
Okay. You guys watch as Pastiche just wordlessly leaves the company and goes towards the northern room.
Any pain? They kind of mumble to themselves. Pull another pill.
Just looking at Pastiche.
Just kind of press it against the painting.
Okay. You all watch as immediately, upon the instant of contact, the reality shatters away. This painting explodes into huge, like, foot-long glass shards. They all clatter to the floor and clatter past and away. And they fall away to reveal a courtyard. In this courtyard is depicted exactly what the painting was. Lovely fountain, spewing gorgeous, crisp, clean water. Lush bushes with pink flowers. The petals are now moving, floating in some unseen wind. Naturally, you can't see wind. And on the other side is another painting. On the north side is a painting depicting some sort of like board meeting room, conference room. There are many desks with candelabras on top. There is a large kind of V table at one end. Barrels, more crimson-colored drapes, foreign potted plants depicted in this scene.
Simple enough. If I recall correctly, there should just be another one on the other side.
Oh. Okay.
Are you?
After you, then.
Pastiche will start making their way across the courtyard.
Okay.
Before Chuman walks through, he looks around for shoes, or at least the floating glasses.
Yeah, make a perception check. With disadvantage. It's invisible!
Not gonna stop me.
Alright, you don't see like a pair of floating glasses, but you hear kind of like around you just the squishy sound of shoes moving, just plop, plop, plop.
Do I at least know like the direction it's going, or no?
He's currently ahead of you.
Okay. Hello? Into the courtyard we go.
As you descend. Oh wait, I need everybody to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Not hearing it.
The DC is 13.
And someone else just trips.
Xalia, back in Alma Sonoma's office, just there's books go everywhere. Let's see, you 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. You managed to position yourselves around and past the glass, and not step on anything and hurt yourself. As you descend into this courtyard, it's this cool night air. It feels like you're outside. You're walking on hard stone, and yeah, nice brief fresh air, a little bit of respite.
As Pastiche approaches the other side of the courtyard, they're just gonna press against the painting for a bit. Make sure it feels the same as the last one.
Similar. Similar, yeah.
They're gonna pull out another pill. You all may want to keep your distance for this one.
Takes
Wow,
a step back.
I think while that's happening, Chuman is just looking around the courtyard,
Okay.
kind of like keeping an eye.
Sure. Make a perception check. Dang! Yeah, roll a d12.
Oop.
A 9. Let's see here. Alright. Chuman, while you're looking around, you swear you hear some buzzing, but then you realize that it's your butler's voice, and they seem to be talking to themselves, just muttering. They seem to be reviewing their day and just trying to organize their thoughts. They're muttering like, Master Monaco asked to clean the plates. He did mean for me to lick them clean, right? Seemed to be a waste of food otherwise, but he just disapproving. He just gave this sigh of disapproval when I did it. What did he want me to do instead? Why wouldn't you lick your plate clean? That makes sense.
Yeah, Chuman is just gonna ignore it.
And Pastiche pulling out their third pill. Just gonna smash it into this window. Painting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crash! The painting explodes and falls away. The scene that it depicted. There is a conference room. And yeah, indeed. As you look around, you can see precisely what the window described. It was just looking literally a window into the scene. There are many desks, many chairs pushed up to the desks. There's a couple like tables that hold just various accoutrements. There's a bookshelf in one corner. There's a cabinet on the end. Potted plants, some barrels some barrels that are lidded and closed, like in one corner. There's a couple like picture frames, and then there's this huge kind of half of a hexagon table at one end that has a couple placemats out for it. At the far end, on the east, you can see another taxidermy mount, similar to what you saw in the sitting room. This one displays the head of a dragon. It is red in color.
Watch the glass, Pastiche will say as they step through.
Okay.
Just kind of uses mold earth to sort of sweep away the glass on the ground. Just like, oh, let me just get that out of the way.
Yeah, you successfully sweep away the glass and remove the walking hazard for everyone. Very nice.
Right then. Shoes. What are we looking for now?
Where is he? Oh, hey. Bars, we have guests. They need your help. And what happens is the dragon head kind of like twitches and like shakes and rolls its neck. And then leaps forward. Ah! It becomes a dragon. It roars everywhere. Slams down on the hexagon table, spewing fire in the air everywhere. And it regards you all. You who all venture into my domain. Behold, the wrath of the mightiest dragon. I need you all to roll initiative as it is a gout of flame towards you all. She just kind of mutters. Oh, it goes last. Okay. At the top of the turn, the dragon is going to breathe a fireball. There is now a giant ball. It's a literally fireball. There's now a giant ball of fire that it spouts into the air. So it's above you guys, and it looks like it's coming on an arc to crash down on you.
Oh.
You four, what would you like to do? Behold my might! It will incinerate any. Only those who prove themselves worthy and stalwart knights will not be incinerated.
Kayla just sort of steps out. just steps away and hides behind a wall.
Okay. I am impervious to damage. You cannot harm my dragon scales, for they are harder than the hardest steel and diamonds. There's a giant ball of fire in the sky.
Pastiche takes a step towards the fireball, walks through an inky portal, and drops out the other side in one of the seats next to the dragon. Excuse me, we're just here for dinner.
Make a persuasion check. Yes, my dinner! Ha 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 ha! I am the mightiest dragon, and you look like a morsel, a snack even.
Well, thank you.
I guess in the midst of this, so where's the floating glasses at? And as like Chuman is trying to look for the floating glasses, he's gonna walk over to the corner of the room.
Okay. Oh, Makayla, as you walk back out of the room, you bump into something, and then there's the floating glasses there. They're like, "Hey, watch where you're going."
Sorry. Can't see you. Invisible and all.
I can recommend an eye doctor to you. Twig, there is a giant fireball, like in this vaulted ceiling, coming on an arc towards you guys, or towards your location. Pastiche appears to have transported next to the dragon to do battle with it, but then seats. What would you like to do, Valiant Knight?
Oh, you're muted.
I didn't know I was muted. The fireball's like on an arc headed towards us, right?
Yeah, it is currently above you. It like launched it into the air and it's like...
I think Twig would like, as it's like arcing through the air towards us, Twig would like try to dash underneath it so it goes over him.
Okay. Cool. That works.
Mhm.
The Dargan's turn.
Dargan.
Let's see here. The fireball slams. Kaboom! Fire! Pyrotechnics going everywhere. Makayla, I need you to roll a dexterity save. 1 sec.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
What?
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Alright.
Nice. There is a brilliant flash. Oh, let me. There's a brilliant flash of light as you briefly see Xalia for a moment in this flash, and you cover your eyes, preventing your. Here, it's actually like a little bit brighter lit than that. Preventing your gaze from being blinded. You feel the heat come across your body, but for some reason you are not engulfed in a gout of flame. But that's obviously because you hid behind the wall. The fire coursing through the doorway. You hear Shoes yell out, "Hey, stop! What are you doing?" And then there's a pause. And then you hear Shoes' blood-curdling scream.
Oh, Shoes!
Oh.
You okay?
No!
Incinerated by the glories of the dragon! Help! Everything's going dark! Bleh. The dragon roars in triumph. I have defeated one of you easily! Now, which one shall I destroy next with my might? And is going to rush towards Twig. You there! You will be next to whom I gobble up. Rushes towards Twig, past Twig, and goes and assaults the wallflower Chuman.
Twig looks vaguely insulted.
Come! Take center stage! Center stage is inside my mouth. As it does this, there is a huge wave of heat as it blasts past you guys. You guys being Pastiche and Twig, you suffer 2 fire damage. As there's just roaring of fire slashing past. I need Chuman to to contest an athletics check. Or to contest a grapple check. As the great beast filling the hall goes to bite on you.
Okay.
And hold you fast. By golly, it's got his mouth around your torso. Okay. The dragon chomps its maw around you as you use your muscles weakened, actually. Your weakened muscles from keeping it closed. You can feel that you are now wrapped up in this behemoth's maw. It looks like it's ready to pounce and slam back towards the middle. Everyone else, Chuman's in trouble. Ha ha! I will consume this one for dinner. You're on the menu.
It's like biting down on Chuman right now, right?
Yes.
Is there like actual flames in the doorway, or
There are smolders now.
that's good? Kind
Everything's just like quietly burning.
of like stamp out the fire as I sort of move forward, and just try and find where I think Shoes was. It's like, Shoes, are you okay?
There's
You still there?
There's a pair of glasses on the floor. As you bend down to find Shoes, you call out. You feel just this tiny little hand caress your cheek, and it kind of whispers, rasps out, "Going dark. I'm done for.
No.
Stop the raging dragon. You're the only one that can calm his mirthful heart."
Pastiche is going to... Go on. Pastiche is going to, like, draw a circle in the air. Big inky portal will appear over the dragon and attempt to consume it.
Okay.
Doesn't that technically consume me too?
Not if I don't want it to.
Touche.
Let's see. Is a concentration save?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a second. One
Oh.
more. Natural 20
Oh!
for a 21. You watch as your inky portal swoops down and attempts to consume it, but there's a moment where it has it fully wrapped up, but then the great dragon's wings burst free, and the ink goes everywhere and exploding and covers Chuman. It puts out one of the candles.
Pastiche will call from across the room. Really, the name's Andy. I'm a student and friend of Nazeb. We are guests for dinner.
Make a persuasion check with advantage this time. 14. The dragon roars back. I am impervious to your magics. You cannot beguile me. Oh, you're Andy.
And friends.
Andy and company.
And friends, yes.
Well,
Yes. How would you explain eating his company?
well, I would simply sheepishly admit to it. Oops. Well, this is awkward.
You can
well,
start by handing me.
For what it's worth, you are very mighty. We are very impressed.
Yes. Yes. However, I know when I am being buttered up. You cannot fool me. One moment, and the dragon flaps its wings. Whoosh! Oh, Chuman, you are still held in its maw. The dragon flaps its wings. Whoosh! And stretches, and then springs back into a smaller form. And they're holding Chuman, and it's very, holding Chuman's side, and its very small mouth is a red dragon. But noticeably much smaller in both size and stature, but still large in its demeanor as it belts its voice across the room. Hello! Greetings! I am Bartholomew, the mightiest of all might.
It still has me grappled, correct?
Yes, and he lets you go with various tongue noises. There you are. Are you
Chuman
Khorzaire?
just-
You don't taste very good. You don't taste like a regular Khorzaire.
No, I am not.
Oh, well, that sure explains everything. Shoes! The dragon flies past Makayla. Shoes, get up! Acting time is done. The glasses gets up and... Wow. You're doing great. Round of applause. I was hoping you'd break a leg. Now. That's not very nice of you to say. Well. Hello! Andy and friends! What can Bard's Lamiel do for you?
Well, as I said, Pastiche will get up and start walking across the room. Nizev invited us for dinner, and, we've yet to see hide nor hair of him.
Oh. Well. Certainly, I can explain that. He's upstairs. He's on the 3rd floor, entertaining his everlasting guest, and I believe he was waiting for you. Sir Vrain was here earlier as well. That may have also kept him and distracted him from your arrival. Certainly. I can take you to him, or at least as far as the 2nd floor. 3rd floor is not my forte.
Slow down. Did you say his everlasting guest?
Yes. He has one of those. He always entertains her. When he's not here, of course, or when he is here, of course, he's usually, perhaps he spends half of his time out and about conducting research and gathering materials, only the best materials for the everlasting guest, you see. But, yes, he also commonly holds appointments. Many people are coming and going. He's had quite a few visitors recently. Just earlier this morning, Vrain paid a hasty visit to relay some newly learned details. Just a few days ago, there was an entourage of that came.
Do all visitors go through gestures kind of at like the previous room and the general space, like this whole song and dance with everyone, or are you making some sort of special case with us?
First-time visitors, of course, certainly, yes. That's simply because they're unaware of how to avoid the mishaps, as we call them. But that's why we're here, certainly, yes, of course. Shoes is here to guide around the 1st floor, make sure you do not fall upon any mishaps. I'm the 2nd floor, yes. And then we have Midge, who is in charge of the 3rd floor. He always has the easy job. Sometimes people break in, yes, certainly. They don't make it very far, because they do not have us to guide them. We're the best.
So far, we've been guided into things that have tried to attack us, so...
Have you been
including you.
Have you been listening and following Shoes' directions exactly? Or have you been going off on your own and doing things on your own? Shoes, have you been guiding them at all? You can see this cat-like dragon, very tiny. It's the size of a small animal, just on top of this desk, just turning narrow eyes towards a space next to Makayla. There's no response. I see. Tut. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to pull rank here, Shoes. Be nice. Fine. Brian locked the door. I would have just taken him straight up. It's not entirely my fault that they got punched by the reflections. You what? Gracious me! Who took the blow?
Chuman just has a mean side eye.
My word, gentlemen, we'll have to get you some first aid.
Yes.
Certainly, of course.
Right. As well as explaining how a mirror image saps my strength away.
Oh, things work here a little differently inside inside the Man's Monocle. Things are powerful, things are not powerful. Things follow their own rules, as I imagine you already understand. Seeing as the entrance you chose.
You mean the entrance that Shoes has led us to?
Oh. Yes, of course. Certainly. Mm-hmm. Well, the door lock, the normal door locks on this side. I would have to let you in, but you could simply knock. And then, of course, I would. Yes, certainly, of course. Once again, it's like this cat, but it's a dragon.
Andy?
Yes.
You are the lead.
Sorry, I was a bit lost in thought. I suppose I may as well ask. Shoes, you said Rayan locked the door, yes?
Yeah, he was here earlier. He seemed like he was in a hurry, and I guess he just forgot that he doesn't need to do that. That's what we are here for. He doesn't need to lock it when it's not time to close up shop for the night. And then he went into trouble and put the key in the wrong place. I'm mad.
Yes, and Bards, was it?
Bards Lamuel, you must address me by my full and proper name.
Yes, I apologize. By the way, these are my friends, Twig, Makayla, and Chuman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Greetings?
You said that Rayan was relaying information.
Yes, he was here earlier. We all knew, by we all, I mean the three of us. We helped him through, of course, as we normally do. We have to ensure that common visitors and accepted guests avoid mishaps. We're present for every intrusion. Yes, certainly.
Yes, of course. Would you happen to have any clue what they spoke about?
Make a persuasion check. Oh, that's privileged information, Andy. I can't just go and tell anyone who asks.
Naturally, I was simply curious.
Yes, I can say that since you're invited to dinner and all, that's not a normal occurrence. Normally does not entertain dinner guests that look as traveled as you are. I mean that in the nicest way, of course. Usually he's entertaining more posh type guests. They're ever so boring. You all look like you should be much more fun to be around. Like Rayan, yes. Like Feather, yes.
Yes, you look like quite a snack yourself.
Ho. Do not eat me. I would only cause you indigestion. I'm spicy, you know. And he kind of like belches some fire in the air. Bleh.
As am I.
Oh. Well. Yes, Vrain, he mentioned that he had ran out of sending spells, so he had to come in person. But that's all you'll get from me, you tricksy person. I know what you're trying to do.
Pastiche will pat the little dragon on the back. That's quite alright.
Yes, quite. Alright. Yes, certainly. Of course, sir. Makayla, like, next to you, you just hear some whispers like, I'm so sorry. He's always like this.
It's okay. I mean, I think I'm starting to just expect eccentricity with anyone here at this point, so...
By the way, Shoes, I think the bakery lady has it out for me. Will you get the crumpets next time? Yeah, sure. Can we get the crumpets tomorrow? I'm not... we've got to escort these guys up for dinner. Why? Yes, certainly, of course. Yes, sir. With no more mishaps, Shoes. We go straight. Oh, but we need Midge. He sure has been reading a lot about the old Burninator... What's it? I bet he's under another pile of books. We'll have to go up to... We'll have to go up to my floor, and then we can take the stairs down. Does that sound good? Excellent? Yes? Certainly, sir?
Well, pardon my rudeness, but... We don't have all night, and I'm sure Nazev doesn't either. We do have engagements tomorrow. If there's any way we could expedite this...
Make a persuasion check. A 12. Let's see here. The cat dragon, the cat-sized dragon, is going to kind of like look you up and down, and obviously assessing you. And then it'll chirp out, "Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Right away, sir. That is why we seek Midge. He knows. Let me say it this way. He knows the shortcut past all the mishaps. The Mans can be traversed in different ways. One is directly, and Midge can take us directly. He's resting after a hard day's work. That's why we have to go fetch him. He's not here already, sir."
Well, that's alright, as long as this is the fastest way.
I promise I will not subject you to whatever Shoes did to you. No, sir. Of course not, sir. You just hear like more grumbles. Whatever, man.
Well, I believe we're all ready.
Lead the way then, I suppose.
Sure. Onward! To dinner! It flaps over the candelabra, then hops on a table, and then jumps down to the ground near Chuman. And then goes up to this sizable door. And it has lever doorknobs. It flaps up one, and then it uses its tail to poke around in the keyhole. And you hear the satisfying and the dragon's bottom pushes down on the lever, and he flaps his wings, and the door opens. Come along then, Shoes, I'll do your job too. First floor traverses this way. Oh, we do have the key, right? Who has the key?
Pastiche is going to hang back for just a second and whisper to Twig. This might get complicated. Are you still on board?
Of course.
Excellent. I have the key, sir. Pastiche will hurry to the front.
Most excellent. Now then, you see, something has happened to this foyer, where previously it was a bottomless pit, with spikes and nastiness going everywhere, and there's like a little table that held the letter that Pastiche read aloud. The table's still there, the bottomless pit is still there, but underneath the table is a very large bear rug. adorning the adorning the scenery here. What would you like to do? As the cat dragon is flying / hopping towards the other towards the hallway.
Chuman's gonna look around for the floating glasses and pick them up.
Yeah, make a grapple check. I don't think he can roll that high. Maybe. Unhand me, you ruffian, villain, thug!
Chuman is just gonna like poke his head out. This part of your floor antics.
It was fun, right? Come on, don't lie to me.
Pastiche just locks eyes with the rug.
Everyone loves it. It's their favorite thing.
Is the rug like just lying there on the floor?
Yes. It's like a bear rug. The bear head is kind of like facing towards the door, like the front door. And it's got like these legs splayed out, just taxidermy, typical bear rug.
That's so. It seems Andy is intrigued, to put it lightly.
The rest of the floor is still like invisible, but the rug's just like lying there, right?
The rest of the floor is still a bottomless pit.
Alright, Twig's gonna hop on the rug.
Okay. I need you to roll initiative. Whoops, in combat. Alright. And then yeah, now roll initiative. You should be able to mark yourself. Pastiche roll
With the
initiative.
10 actually?
Oh, you got it.
Okay. As the cat flappy dragon is like flying / hopping over, Pastiche, you see, Pastiche, Chuman, and Makayla, you see Twig just like run past you and do a flying leap towards the rug in the table. Pastiche, you can't be surprised. So, what would you like to do?
What would I like to do? I got another one of those. As Twig is like leaping through the air, Pastiche is immediately going to shout out, Twig, no! Paint a circle and create a portal underneath them.
Okay.
If it's Pastiche doing it, then I'll fail it.
Whoa. High roll.
Where do we deploy Twig?
Right back behind the door.
Okay. Twig, interesting sensation. You jump towards the rug, you fall through the rug, and for a moment, everything around you is canvas and ink and paint. And then as you fall through, there's this ripping sound, and you fall through the canvas, and you're back where you started.
Land exactly where I jumped from. Pastiche?
Twig, you don't want to mess with that rug. That's the trouble I ran into earlier.
There's like a look of realization on Twig's face. Oh. Are you
Upon
okay?
hearing that, Chuman just looks over at shoes in his hand. Shoes.
What?
you mind calling your rug off?
Yeah. Why are you holding me like a doll? Or an action figure? Are you a doll person?
Insurance. Or we could walk over to the rug if that's what you would like to.
Yeah, let's do that. That's my favorite thing. Let's walk over to the rug. Oh, come on, what are you waiting for?
Bartholomew.
Let's go, big boy. Yeah.
Bartholomew.
Yeah, not so tough when people call your bluff, huh? Yeah, you gotta pick on the small one. Put me down!
Chuman. Chuman's gonna summon his wildfire spirit right next to it. Or actually, he's gonna summon him like a little bit away, but nearby. And let me actually put him out.
Well, actually, before you summon your wildfire spirit, roll initiative.
Okay.
To see if you're on, which side you're on. Okay, you're fine. Yeah, while Shoes is wriggling in your grass, like it feels like you have a small, like, pudgy teddy bear, but the teddy bear is made out of leather.
Yeah, and so he's gonna walk in with him, at least to the edge of the rug.
Okay, you go and step on the rug. The bear's head kind of like bends backwards to look at you, upside down. Then Shoes just goes, "Down, boy." And then the bear head goes back and rests.
See? Insurance.
I don't know what you're talking about insurance. It's my job to make sure you get around safely. No mishaps.
You didn't say that when Twig walked into it.
I didn't get the chance. Your Andy guy's very fast.
While they're having this conversation,
I started to say it, but then
that Andy guy was going to tiptoe around the rug very cautiously.
Bartholomew beckons a wing. "Come along, everyone. Right this way, sir. Right this way, ma'am. Of course."
Makayla like proffers a hand to Twig. It's like, come on, it's okay. There's floor.
Yeah, Chuman just kind of stands there with Shoes in his hand. Just waiting on Makayla and Twig to pass by first.
Shoes has stopped wriggling. He seems to have tuckered himself out, and now he just seems resigned in your grasp.
I still think this would be easier if I could walk on the rug.
Oh, you could now.
Just, pretend you're walking on the rug.
And then again, you are afraid of heights. Then Chuman just walks with Shoes in the back of the line.
Bartholomew flutters forward to the edge of the hallway where this barred elevator gate looking stairwell is, past a couple paintings that are hung on the corridor, past a couple torches that are hung on the wall, candles, and then clings sideways to the gate and gestures its tail towards the keyhole. Who has the key? Shoes does not have it, I think. Andy, it was you? Come, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Please.
yes, of course.
You see this dragon pointing at a small recess. It's a rectangular recess. It's not like a keyhole. Insert it there, you spicy beast.
As you command.
Yes, sir.
And they'll place the key in there.
Okay, so you put the key, you hold it, it's a rectangular vertical recess, so you hold it kind of up and place it bottom side down into it. The ridge on the top of the key kind of clicks in, and nothing seems to happen. Great, it's open! The little cat-looking dragon flutters off and lands on the ground. Shoes usually opens this for us, but he seems to be accosted at the moment, so... after you, and then I shall lead the way. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Right away, sir.
Yeah. Man. As he shall take a step forward.
Okay. Before you is the gate.
And press on the gate.
Barzamiel sees you press on it. No, you have to... it's a slide mechanism. You'll grasp it and then pull it towards the... Yes, there you go. You've got it. Yes, sir.
Yes, of course. Naturally. And they'll slide it open.
You open it up, and the dragon flaps forward. She wriggles in your grasp again, Chuman. Let me go!
Just enjoy the ride for a little while.
No! This sucks!
I think we're well beyond his floor, so...
Having my strength sapped away is also pretty bad.
Your companions are just gonna let him do me like this? The whole time?
Yeah.
Unhand me!
Just kind of shrugs.
It's just making us kick
Bartholomew,
off
do you
the
mind?
entire time. Roll a d12.
Oh.
Which one?
Chuman.
Okay. Chuman had called out while he was while Shoes was yelling to Bartholomew. Do you mind him?
Let's see here. You hear Bard Samuel just kind of like chirping to himself. Pick stuff up, poke stuff down. Greet guest this. Shoes, behave yourself. They're guests. If they want to handle, molest, if they want to do things to you, let them for now. We haven't been assigned to remove them yet. As long as they're guests, they're fine. As long as they don't try to hurt you, they're fine, I suppose. Are you trying to hurt him, Chuman?
No, he is merely along for the ride.
Alright, well. Come along then. Watch your lips. Careful of falling rocks.
You really should be grateful, Shoes. Chuman is handling you much more gently than your bear handled me.
Make a persuasion check.
That would help because I'm holding
Yeah, Shoes.
Alright, as you all ascend these steps, pop, pa, pa, these stone steps, it is a quick little rectangle. You go up a few flights, turn, go up a few flights, or go up a few steps, turn, go up a few steps. And then when you get, as you're raising yourselves on these steps, there isn't a whole lot of light, but there is a bit of a kind of like fiery pulse of light that like there's a pulse of light that flickers like firelight around Barzamiel. So he's lighting your way, literally, but also figuratively.
I was gonna say, because I have my wildfire spirits, so that illuminate the rest of the area.
Yeah, that will definitely illuminate the rest of the area, because Barzamiel is only in the front. So for the people that are traveling in the back, yeah, absolutely, you've got your wildfire spirit. Good thinking. So instead of tripping, roll me a d12. As you're ascending these steps, is there anything that you guys want to do, or are you just ascending? Like, is this just quiet descent?
I think Pastiche is just sticking pretty close to Bard's Lambiel,
I think
saying
outside of
"Hide
the,
from things."
I think outside of the occasional banter with Shoes and his constant wiggling,
Mhm.
it's pretty quiet for Chuman.
Makayla might be like musing with, I guess, Twig and Chuman or anyone really. Just like, do you think this is what all rich people's mansions are like? Surely that. I mean,
God, I hope not.
Pastiche,
Like-
from a few stairs above you, I assure you, they are not.
so we just got unlucky then.
From the dragon.
Makayla.
From the dragon. Speaking of unlucky, how many times do you think Feather's going to get in trouble this week, Shoes? The poor lass lost all of her weapons just yesterday. No,
I
that
might have
was
like
today, sorry.
looking like at like Twig is maybe like in front of me, and I just look right at the crossbow and that's back.
Twig like shakes his head and tuts like. That's a shame.
Truly, yes, certainly. So, Shoes mentions, I think we're working on getting her some hand-me-downs, so she'll be okay, I guess.
I'm sure she'll find them again.
Do you provide Feather with her weapons?
She comes over sometimes.
No.
Yeah.
I see.
She was quite distraught over losing her crossbow. It was a gift from Professor Monaco, you see.
I see.
Imagine Professor Monaco is not too thrilled about that.
You should have seen the row he had with her. It was a very special gift.
What was the occasion?
Well, she succeeded in a mission. She had a trial. Yes, certainly. And she succeeded. I don't know the details. I just know she was sent somewhere to do something, and she came back successful with lots of bags and lots of rocks and lots of notes.
I see.
Alright. Speaking of seeing, you see the landing of the second floor. Before you is a long hallway that opens east into a into a left and a right. There is, and then close to you, there is a assortment of boxes and barrels stacked up next to each other to the side of the landing that you're emerging from. There are doors all along this hallway. The hallway is more crimson red carpet and above wooden planks for floor. The hallway is lit well with candles on the wall just every few feet. You don't see anybody else, but the dragon is leading you down the hallway. Yes, we must. Let's see here. Don't touch anything, certainly. Let's see here. Midge is the only one allowed to touch things. But if you're curious about something, we can look at it together. This is as much of a tour as it is an invitation. Yes, sir, of course. But, yes. Yes! Yes! Haha! And as you all seek out the mysterious third member of this butler troop named Midge. We cast a glance over to Xalia, who is hard at work studying with the Merchant King. You can see stacks upon stacks of books piled high, wavering, swaying precariously as they threaten to fall. Shreka smoking against the wall. She's leaned up, arms crossed, with a little rolled up piece of paper in her mouth that's quietly embering or smoldering. Her crest just on fire behind her, shooting up. The bird is flitting from page to page, standing on the book itself, moving things around. You can see him writing notes by holding a writing utensil, like a little carbons and some paper in his beak, scratching with his talons, going over various information, bringing history books, bringing spell books, offering Xalia pretty much her run of almost Sonoma's personal library. So kind of, the continent's knowledge on lore, history, items, goings-on, spells, you're kind of in an oyster here of whatever you want, Xalia. What are you up to here? If you're muted, you're muted. Or,
I am in fact muted. That's a very open question.
It is.
I think she would probably be following the Raven's lead if he has anything in particular he's interested in. Hailing that, she would probably focus on her own specialty of spells, which is to say transformations and illusions and all that sort of thing. Maybe history, fun examples throughout that, so on and so forth.
Let's see. Alma chirps and looks at you, Xalia, just in the middle of a topic. It seems that it is suddenly alarmed and then looks at you, chirps, and says, Xalia, I just realized, and perhaps recognized its significance. You're not from around here, are you? You're not from Khorzaire.
He'll nod.
Where are you from, may I know?
She will pull out the minor illusion map of the world, zoom in on the other continent, zoom in further to nation, and then down when she was born, she'll actually continue zooming down to the street and building level.
Alright, as we get like a satellite zoom in enhance, the bird exclaims, Moonwatch! You're from Moonwatch? No! That is stellar. I have not been there yet. It's too far for me to fly, but perhaps one day with my vessel. Funny one. Vessel! It just like chirps, moving its beak up to the sky as it repeats the word vessel.
She will add a few minor illusion copies of his own vessels.
Vessel. Perhaps one day I aspire to venture that far north to Moonwatch. What is it like out there? Is there any special? What is this climate? Is it
minor illusion. Huh?
What is this climate? Is it safe in general?
She will minor illusion a general picture of, like, at very least the more foresty areas that she's familiar with, wandering through, and put a giant green thumbs up with a da-da-ding sound of no, like, wanderers. There will be an image of a wanderer with a giant X.
Amazing!
She'll scroll the environment a little bit, a few more mountainous regions, a few caves, so on and so forth.
You're an adventurer. You spent some time there, having grown up. What? Do you have a tale to tell? A triumph, perhaps? Or a sour note? Anything that... Well, maybe not. No one likes talking about their troublesome parts.
She's got a minor illusion, King Wenceslas. Emperor Wenceslas.
You what?
As a skeleton. And then she's got a minor illusion, just the skull breaking apart, giant X on it, and her own face.
Make a
smiling.
Make a persuasion check. You what? No! You had your own bout with... That was King Wenceslas you displayed. I'm not sure if I believe you, but you seem pretty convincing that... Well, I can't really say that looked just like him, but I don't know what it looks like, but that seemed like an image from your mind, because you conjured it.
The minor illusion will immediately snap to a much more faithful recreation of that scene than the cartoony representation.
Oh, I see. Quite the jester you are. You had me going. I believed you. I trusted you. How could you?
She's gonna have a second mouth grow out of the lip to her upper right of her actual mouth, and that mouth will be smirking.
Well,
it's smaller.
Well, you seem like you've had certainly some form of triumph, adventure. Well, thank you. I always liked knowing what sort of adventure or exploration or any kind of answer about what is not on Khorzaire. Even though I have wings, I'm somewhat trapped here. I can only fly by... I can only fly as much as my little wings can carry me. I do. What I mentioned was true, though. I dream someday of traversing the skies in something much more stronger than my own wings. Perhaps I'd like to visit your home.
He will nod, give the thumbs up, and then minor illusion just, hanging out on a boat.
Yes. Yes. A boat ride. With a student, my newest student? Excellent. I love the idea. Let us put that in the parking lot for now.
She will then point at him and head tilt herself. She'll do that and then head tilt and do the expected open hand, expect an open hand gesture.
Mm-hmm. Oh, myself. What adventures have I done? Well, I don't truly remember much before I became Merchant King. I was put in place by the lovely Xalia Raincaller.
I will nod knowingly.
Let me gather my thoughts for a moment. You see, it may surprise you to learn that I was once just a common raven instead of an uncommon raven. She kind of snapped me out of it. I've come to calling it. Gave me my wherewithal in the form of this little trinket here. I keep its magical energies are expired, but I keep it with me, much like humanoids like yourself wear necklaces and other jewelry. I had to keep it in my beak as a representative of my endearment. Yes.
Xalia will look in. Try to see.
Yeah, you can roll me some perception. As you move forward, there. Nice, 18. As you move forward, it is just like a little trinket. It looks like half of a bracelet, perhaps. Like a U-size bracelet. So it's unclasped, and it is a golden link chain with a couple sapphire baubles and a couple cerulean sky colored baubles Very fancy. It has the golden parts have maybe lost their shine. So like you can see the golden links definitely showing their age. The gemstone parts do look very still polished, fresh, freshly cut, polished out, and with an 18, as you peer closer and like bring a little bit towards you, the raven lets you get like at least a little bit in your hand. As you you can see maybe just this quiet, very slow stir of particles inside each of the gemstones. But it's very pretty. Raven claps it back.
They will kind of do a little applause.
Yes, this is, well, aside from my gift, this is my most treasured possession, certainly. I owe a lot to Zulare Raikel. My position, my standing, certainly most of all. So I try to be kind to her if I have the time. And in return, she takes all my things, including my boat and my library. But I can only assume it's out of affection. She has some kind of weird thing for birds.
Bailey will head tilt with that one.
I'm not sure either, but she gets touchy, feely, handsy. She gets lovey-dovey around me, but I assume it's just me. I'm her favorite, after all. Anyway.
Bailey will nod, assuredly.
Let's see, have I done anything? Yes, I've done much research. I've founded the Answerers. They're all doing whatever they do, delivering research back here. Teaching students is one of my greatest pastimes. I love teaching, I love learning, most of all. In teaching, I find that I learn something about the world each time. That's why I enjoy it so much. I've had my share of battles with wanderers here and there, but nothing on large scale. I certainly have not had any heroic triumphs, as you have. I'm jealous. Maybe one day I'll be able to share that, but that also sounds so scary.
Bailey will, like, wiggle her hand. She'll minor illusion Wentless again and just kind of make him look derpy.
Well, if it's as easy as you say, perhaps I will be the legendary bird, and I will vanquish evil just as you have.
He will nod enthusiastically.
Make a persuasion check. You guys are so good at buttering up this bird. The bird kind of like puffs out his chest plumage, gets a little bigger. Yes! They'll call me the second coming of Phoenix. No, that's too pompous. Let's not do that.
Bailey will minor illusion fire on his feathers. Not like he's on fire, but like he is fire.
Alma spreads his wings. Yes! This will be what I will be like when I am world-renowned adventurer and merchant king. What do you think, Shreka? He looks over. You see Shreka open her eyes. Takes a cigarette out of her mouth. Blows smoke. She doesn't say anything. It says, "Yep, that'll be you." When you go
Bailey
out,
makes the fire more impressive.
when you go out,
It's multicolored.
when you go out adventuring, I'll keep the place tidied up. She puts her smoking tube back in her mouth.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
Bailey will like kind of vaguely offer her hand and stand there deliberating for like a few seconds, and then 1, 2, come with.
Perhaps, Xalia. Perhaps. But I was put in this position because I have a knack for business. One of the primary tasks of a merchant king is sanctioning goods and purchases. So I developed a knack for business, and in that knack is planning. One thing at a time is what I'm trying to say. Let's see what's on the roof first. One thing at a time. Oh, but I'm so excited! Well, anyway, let's focus. Study group. So if you see here, if you're able to manipulate the arcane weave in this manner, it produces a... And you guys continue studying the rest of the evening, while your compatriots are assaulted by rugs and reflections of themselves, and...
God, that sounds like it sucks. Just glad I'm not.
And having 2 bickering butlers among their group. And as the candles burn down, and then are replaced by Raikel with more candles and light, the study session continues, and Xalia and Alma exchange stories, tales, and knowledge and magic. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Woo.